Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's about almost an hour and a half before the final chapter of Chainsaw Man, or maybe the last chapter of Chainsaw Man Part 2. Now, Loki, though, these last 2 weeks since the last chapter have been really, 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 like, man, intense. Like, this has been an intense time for Chainsaw Man fans for a very, very long time, bro. Like, these last 2 weeks have been intense, intense. Like, we are on edge. Like, is the chapter gonna be 15 pages? You know what I'm saying? Is this gonna be like the really like the last chapter? You know what I'm saying? Um, like what's gonna happen? And this is why I try to tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, about the power of Fujimoto or Fujigoto is that this is the only manga series that I've been reading from for all these last like past years that I've been reading it and catching up to it, and I can't predict what's gonna happen next, man. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's very, very nice to see how this might turn out, in the next hour and a half. Like, this is really exciting. But I'm gonna say this though, man. Fujimoto, you need to make a part three. Absolutely, man. There's no way that you should end it right here with this last chapter. Like, if this chapter is not at least 50 pages and like the best chapter of all time, we will forgive you. If there's no power at all, we will not forgive you. But if there's power, at least power gets some sort of mention or is shown in the background, we will forgive you. For real. If Danji is living in a happy life in this last chapter, we will forgive you. If Denji is going to struggle and be broken, die, that's going to make me sad. And then the series ends right there. It's going to make me sadder. You know what I'm saying? So Fujimoto, whatever you got down for this last chapter, for part two or whatever the series finale, please, please let it be good. Please let it be good. You know what I'm saying? Please let it be good. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. But I will say this though, on real talk, Fujimoto, if you don't have power included into your last chapter of the series, or if this was the last chapter of your series, the power gooning fans will hunt you down. And I mean this. Not for me. The gooning fans of power will hunt you down. They will hunt you down. Because if you're telling me you had all that set up for, hey Denji, come find me again so we can be buddies, and you never got that done, oh man, they're gonna be super upset, man. They will literally hunt you down like that one image where it says I will kill Fujimoto myself. That actually might come true, and I do not want that to come true for you, Fujimoto. I do not want that to come true for you. So please, please make sure this last chapter of part two, or maybe the series or whatever, is done right. And at least have a power cameo. That's all I'm saying, or something. Just please, please make sure this ending for part two or whatever has a lot of clarity of what you're trying to do with this series. But until then, I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna, record my live reaction to the last chapter, and then we'll see what's going on. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little tired right now, so I'll say that my speech is a little slurred, but let's get to it. I gotta stay up for another hour and a half. Let's go.
1 hour later.
All right, this is for my reaction for the last chapter of Chainsaw Man. I'm about to react to it right now. All right. I'm about to start the video in three, no, in three, two, one, go. All right. Thank you, Chainsaw Man. Okay. Thank you, blood. She's back. Oh shoot. Wait. Mm, okay. Powy weapon. Let's see. Wait, how do you remember a chainsaw if he's done? Hmm. Oh, he turns to Aki, huh? Kind of. Oh, that is cold as hell. Yo, that's nice. Hmm? Wait, what? Hmm. Oh, I don't know if Asa fans are going to be happy about this, man. The end? Oh, this really is the ending of Chainsaw Man. Oh, snap. It said the end. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to this, man. So that's Asa's ending? But wait, how does he have a chainsaw if Vegeta erased himself? Is that a wait? Hold on. Wait, okay. Chainsaw Man's ending, bro. Let me see about this, man. Okay, so Denji did get kind of a happy kind of life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Um, why didn't we get him and Asa doing something? You know what I'm saying? They go on a date or some shit, you know? I just hold on. So now she's playing with others. I'm just like, that's Asa's ending. She's happy without Denji or with Denji. I'm trying to figure that out too. Like, but what's this right here where we have Pachita in his heart? I think, or maybe it's just like a metaphor or something. But how is Chainsaw's back? You know? Okay, this is something. I said, hold on, let's go back to this. Like I said, how are the chainsaws if Chainsaw Man is dead? Wait, shouldn't Aki come back too? Wait, shouldn't Aki be back? Shouldn't everybody we know from part one come back? Essentially? Well, actually, no, because well, Power's a devil, so that makes sense. Like Aki and all the humans can't come back, kind of. But I'm trying to think. Hold on. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Whoa. We gotta think. We gotta think. Um, okay. So Power did come back, so the Power Goons are not gonna come after you, Fujimoto. I'll say that for real. Um, I'm just like going through it. Just gotta like fathom this low key. Wait, this is gonna sound like okay, Chainsaw Man ending. This is the ending to the whole series. This was kind of a rushed ending. It's kind of it felt a tad bit rushed, right? Okay, because number one, Famine was just didn't do shit. Then she's a horseman. We didn't get nothing on Fammy. She's just a cringe girl. That's what kind of disappointed me a little bit. Death, we had something on Death. Death did have some screen time, but Famine literally did not show the fuck up in the ending, right? At all. I'm sorry for cursing on that stuff, but I'm just trying to figure out like, yo, Famine had nothing. Kobani, we still don't know that contract. Or Kobani, maybe we're not supposed to know, but Kobani still doesn't have a contract. Or no, she does have a contract, but we didn't know who made the contract. We don't know about the Adam and Eve thing. Like, wait, hold on, like this ending is kind of cool, but we have so many things that was not explained. What's the thing with Adam and Eve? Can they explain that? Like, remember, we have a whole thing with Adam and Eve. Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop recording in three, two, one. So just remember, when Neji was watching TV with Nayuta, there was a thing called Adam and Eve and do this and do that. So what's up with that thing, that plot line, that build up? We just didn't go nowhere with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. Um, that's what's getting me. Adam and Eve, like what was that setup? That's the thing that intrigued me the most. I thought we were gonna get something else. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think Fujimoto got rushed or he got tired of making this, the series yet again. Since all Japanese manga writers, they all do the same thing, kind of, right? You know what I'm saying? Even with Attack on Titan, like all you had to do was make more chapters after the Great Titan War, just to explain more of what happened with the characters, which is why people said the ending was kind of like, it was whatever. This ending, it's good, but we still there's so many stuff that we have to go back to, right? Like Famine was never a serious threat, which it kind of makes sense since in today's society, famine is not really well, it's kind of a big thing, but not really a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody can eat and all that. But towards the end, she should have been like a big ass horseman. Like, but she got eaten, right? If I remember correctly, I think Pochita ate her, so that makes more sense. So I'm trying to think about it and trying to figure it out. Um, nah, I generally kind of wanted a part three. I mean, damn near that could have been a part three where we see this, this man finally happy. I'm truly convinced with Chainsaw Man, like what he did right here, it could have been a whole nother setup for something else. that we would have never seen. Like I feel like I'm intrigued into this new plot line. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but Asa's ending, I'm not like. Does Denji and Asa get together? I mean, does he? And then the second thing that the fans are gonna be like, yo, Denji never had sex with nobody, man. Has he? And don't tell me he's getting it on with power, yo. Like, don't tell me it's like that. Don't tell me it's with power. And I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I just think like, yo, is him and Asa gonna be an actual thing? Like, think for a second. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give us that. I mean, I get the paneling, but you're edging us on this, my guy. Like, you have to like, man, show us like they're gonna go on a date or something. You just let the nigga stare at her from the background and just kept on his day. Nah, bro. I mean, I kind of get it. Like, man, come on, G. But like I said, maybe because she's not effective with the War Devil, she can't like how do I explain it? She can't focus on Denji because like this, the whole thing with the War Devil was to fight Chainsaw Man. But if I think about it, I'm just trying to like process it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is fresh content into my brain of me just reading it, trying to understand the joint. So her life with Denji would never be focused around him since literally she never met the War Devil. But I feel like their connection is still kind of nice and the same. Yeah, I feel like Asa fans might be a little mad about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. So not Power fans, Asa fans are gonna be hella mad. You know what I'm saying? And plus the whole thing with the Power thing, right, is that Power was supposed to get found by Denji. Power's doing the saving. Like Denji was supposed to turn the Blood Devil into Power again. So this is what exactly. So I think people might be like, "Yo, hey, this is not what we read from part one. This is way different." You just put power in to make sure there's a good ending to it. So I'm thinking to myself, Chainsaw Man as a rating as a series, like overall, like there's so many plot lines in here. I gotta think about it some more. You know what I'm saying? What are some things that are missing? I feel like there's things that are missing that I can't explain. Like is Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch connected to each other? Are they? The whole thing with aging in trees. I said I think maybe they are kind of connected to each other. Maybe I'm trying to think to myself because the whole thing with trees and then Adam and Eve, it I kind of maybe get it. Yeah, I feel like Chainsaw Man should have went more into like a part three. Yeah, definitely for sure. This ending made me convinced there should have been like a part three or something. Then we can have the actual what the school arc that we wanted. Oh yeah, they were barely in school. I mean, they were in school. It's just a lot of stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? For like the last like couple chapters. So yeah. Um. Hmm. I said I think most anime fans, no, actually most manga fans are gonna say this is well, like I said, I haven't seen Twitter yet, but or Reddit or Facebook or YouTube. I haven't seen none of that stuff yet, man. But I'm gonna say this as the real Chainsaw Man fans. There's a lot of stuff that's like, yo, this it did not need to end right here. We like we're all being serious. Like there's like that setup adds more to it. It adds more to it. Like you know what I'm saying. I think like do not edge us on with Denji and Asa. Like, bro, let like give us like a confirmation. Like, yo, hey, trying to go on a date sometime. So Denji's just hanging out with Power until he dies. Maybe he'll meet Asa again. Like, I said, I have to go reread that. I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not really feeling that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of am. I kind of get it. Will they meet again? That's the what if ending that the authors love to do in certain stories. Like, you know, it's not like a bad ending, but man, That's what I'm saying. The whole thing of part two, like you can't make it be distant. Like I'm just saying to myself, like their connection was pretty cool. Like add power to that. That's nice. Like I'm not trying to say was Denji's dream girl always power. I mean, essentially that's what part one was maybe trying to tell us, possibly, or was it Asa? Guys thinking Fujimoto, you got at least like maybe. Hold on. Let me go back into that, man. Was there confirmation that Denji and Asa might be like a big thing? Hold on, let me go back to this, man. Let me go back to So like that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, so is Asa just on her own? Nah, I don't think so. I think they might meet again, but we didn't know this. No, you can't do that. Like, is Denji with just powers? Is he with Asa? I have no idea. Like, yeah, I have no idea. Like I said, but I think, like I said, this the ending, like just this being the ending of Chainsaw Man in general. I'm gonna just say this: there's so much that you can build upon into your universe, man. This has been one of the best written content shown and we've seen in a very, very long time, man. I don't think we're getting any other well-written shonen or mainstream manga series for so many years, man. Like manga. I mean, there's plenty other like well-written manga out there, but for it to get like mainstream attention, like how Chainsaw Man did, like how it broke the internet and like it changed the world when it comes to manga and anime, we're not getting that for a very, very long time. This is what I'm saying. Like, if this is like your typical series, I wouldn't mind the ending a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I feel like need to be brought up more. Like Kobani was such an intriguing character. Kishibe never popped up again, and them fans is mad as hell. He's gone, honestly. Um, I mean, I kind of figured he would be gone and never came back, but kind of be nice if he came back though. Power came back, nice if he came back. Like Kobani was such an intriguing character. I felt like if that really was her last like thing, like her contract and her family, very intriguing. But we will never know. I feel like there should have been more. I mean, there could be more because this is the only mainstream series that has a well written story in it, my guy. After this, we are done. Like anime is kind of cooked. Like anime right now is kind of cooked right now because there's barely any well written stories, nines, tens, eights, well written stories out there for this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this for the Chainsaw Man, like rating it as a series. I was gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I was gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And I think I'm still trying to process this ending. Maybe I'll probably make another video on this once I process it more, but I still feel like it's not really an 8 because essentially he did close out on some things. But I feel like a lot of fans want more, but that's me being greedy. That's why I wanted to give it an 8 because I'm being greedy because I want more content because it's the only well-written mainstream manga that we have right now that's like the world building is so intriguing to itself. But like a piece of me wants to give it an 8 out of 10. But like I'll say this, an 8 out of 10 to me is like Hell's Paradise. But we know Chainsaw Man is more better than Hell's Paradise. You know what I'm saying? I also give it like a 9 because I gave Fire Punch a 9 too. So I feel like is this really a 10 out of 10? Like part one is a 10 out of 10. We can't we cannot deny that shit. You know what I'm saying? Part one is 10 out of 10. Part two, like I'm trying to think to myself, like I'm trying to think. Like there's so many things that could have been more, but I feel like we gotten it. Like I said, I have to reread this series. So until then, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Chainsaw Man is officially a 9 out of 10. Is it a 10 out of 10 throughout the whole series? I said there should be more. Like that's what I'm saying. But I don't know. Like say if I go through like a reread, I probably would appreciate more details of it. But I'm saying there's got to be something. Like I'm trying to figure: is there a plot twist that Fujimoto forgot? And I think the Adam and Eve thing could have went more into it because now we're just kind of stuck on that. Like, what the hell was the Adam and Eve thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think Famine, sure, she was a cringe character, but maybe that's the point that all the horsemen were all bad, and this one is just kind of lame. Maybe that was a good thing. I don't know. I feel like there should be more on famine because we didn't know nothing about famine. We kind of did, but like death, we know what she kind of liked. Famine is, I guess, a little cringe, anxiety. We know a lot about Makima for sure, but like for example, like every one of the horsemen, what they are, they liked the opposite. Like Makima, she was the control devil, but she wanted a connection with people. War, it's all about violence and stuff, but she really likes to love on certain things, right? She has love. Uh, death, she wants to live. Famine, I couldn't tell you like what's her opposite trait that she wanted to save people, but she was draining their energy. Maybe that was it. I don't know, bro. So I feel like this ending is a 9 out of 10 until I get a review, or I'll say like a reread. Until then, I'm gonna give Chainsaw Man an official series ending of a 9 out of 10. There could have been more, but like I said, I'm being greedy as a fan. But I feel like, yeah, he probably did everything like cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying just as a fan, like a fan of anime and manga, and a fan of this series, that 1 point deduction. Like I said, I have not seen Twitter yet, so I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna make like a whole reaction on the ending. But that 1 point deduction has to come from possibly just famine, the Adam and Eve thing. And I'll say simply that the world building in Chainsaw Man, like the storyline, like what he set up towards the ending, could have been like another part three that we could have seen. But he just be finding devils all day. Uh, Possibly, maybe, and maybe like I said, I don't know if we get like a damn Shippuden in the chainsaw man. That'd be crazy. Like how they doing right now with JJK Modelo or whatever. That'd be kind of nuts if they kind of did like a little short thing, which shows adventures after what happens. But yeah. But how's he able to form a chainsaw if Chainsaw Man or Pochita ate himself? Maybe just his, but I don't see that. That's what I'm saying. That's funny. I don't know if that's like a. I don't know about that. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't the concept of chainsaws be done? That's is that bad? Is that bad writing? Like he erased chainsaw. Like the chainsaw devil erased himself. Like whoa, like his power from that too is crazy. I feel like they should have more. Yeah, they should have been more in detail with that, man. You had like I'm just saying, the fan of deep writing. There's so much more we could have went to. We don't even know about his whole thing with the existence thing. It's just a power he has, his OP that only he has. Oh, that's one thing I kind of do not like. Okay, this is what I don't like. We never got to see how Pachita ended up in that situation with Denji. We know he got into a fight with the horseman, but what fight? How did he get to where he got to, man? Okay, that's what I'm saying. This is why I feel like I wanted to put it as an 8 out of 10. But like I said, there's so much more. There had to be there. As a fan of the story, we should at least got a flashback of how Pachita ended up in the situation back in chapter one. How does he have the most OP power in all the Chainsaw Man? There has to be something, right? That's what I'm saying. There's got to be a part three. I wish there was a part three. I wish there was like a sequel to this joint. Uh, yeah. But if I think about it, like I said, this ending is like a 9 out of 10, and I say, like I said, that 1 point deduction comes from literally there could have been more world building. There could have been more into it. Like his world that he made for Chainsaw Man was so intriguing. We still have like there could have been more setups and arcs that we could have done. And like I said, Famine was kind of like a disappointing character. That's why I'm saying like Horseman wise, disappointing. And the whole thing with Adam and Eve, we never got into that. And I know people are saying, "Yo, Face Saw Man and this one, they're the same person, probably." You know what I'm saying? That's what I think of. Like, and I know people saying, "Oh, these are two different people," but I don't really know. Like the whole thing with Adam and Eve, that still tripped me out. Like, who was that person? Maybe it was someone that we knew, Yoshida. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it comes from that. Like, there should have been more that you could have done. That's all I'm saying. There's no way you left it like that, Fujimoto. And maybe like I said, he got tired of making this series, want to make something brand new. But man, this was like your best project you ever made. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that you could keep on going on to. Now the fans gotta create stories. So yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10 for sure. Chainsaw Man is 9 out of 10, probably one of the best well-written mangas we've seen in the last couple years. Seeing an ending is very feels very very crazy, like crazy for real. Um, yeah, and I'd say Chainsaw Man Part One is still like one of the best well-written like pieces of writing we had in anime and manga, or soon to be anime, that we've had in so long, in so long, man. So yeah, um, yeah, that was pretty cool. But I feel like I want more. That's what I'm saying. Like literally, I feel like Denji. We got it, but we want more. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing he wants us to feel like, yo, we have it, but I want more. I want more Chainsaw Man content, bro. There's no way, like I said, there's so much you can do with this story, like this world building, like, you know what I'm saying? So much more that you can do. So I'm really feeling like Denji, like literally, I want more. I don't know if Pachita was like Fujimoto, like, yo, okay, I gave out what I wanted. You want more? I'm out. That's what that dude said. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, damn, this is something different. But like I said, I'll give this series like a 9 out of 10 for sure. And to me, that's just facts right there.